Hello everyone, my name is Oksana. It's road to Edoverse Weekly Edoverse Insider the 86. We deliver the news about the creation of our project Edoverse. And today Martin will open the session. Hello.
Hi. Good to see you all. So for me this week, another piece of positive news. There's an article in TechCrunch that came out a few days ago, which is titled Asia Emerges as a Promising Haven Amid the Crypto Winter. The writer of the article visited the Token 2049 conference, which was held in Singapore in September. And she spoke to many people in the business. And it turns out that a lot of them are moving their operations, or at least establishing offices or operations, subsidiaries in Asia. And she points to several big US crypto players that have started to make roads into the Asian markets, including Coinbase, Galaxy, Gemini, Paxos, and CMT Digital. So a lot of this movement she sees as being driven by deregulation in certain markets, especially Singapore and Hong Kong. But as the Japanese government relaxes regulations and updates their policies regarding crypto, I think we can see that Japan will also be a hub for that. Obviously, our operations are quite diversified. Dominic is in Hong Kong a lot of the time, and a lot of our partners are also in Singapore and other Asian countries. So I do think we've got a kind of pan-Asian perspective on crypto. But yes, that's very encouraging. And given that it kind of ostensibly does seem like a winter in the crypto industry, that is a beacon of hope that we can look to and see some very positive news on the horizon there. I think more and more investors from other parts of the world are looking to Asia to take the lead in crypto, and we are going to be one of those players. So I'd urge everyone to check that article out. It's on Crunchbase. Just search Asia crypto winter and it'll come up, and some very useful little bits and bobs in there for everyone to check out. So that's my contribution. So the other thing is, this week, Tokugawa-san's going to be talking about travel in the Edo period. And it's often occurred to me, living in the countryside where we have a very rapidly decreasing population and a rapidly aging population. And the reason for that is that people who live in the provinces find Tokyo and Osaka and other megacities to be more attractive, and they leave. And they rarely come back. If travel was restricted, like it was in the Edo period, and one couldn't just leave one's hometown on a whim, maybe things would be different. Obviously, the government is trying to come up with lots of incentives for people to move to the countryside, or incentives for people who were born there to stay. But it's not working. So, the only cities that are growing in Japan are Tokyo and Fukuoka, and everywhere else is losing population. So, yes, it's a very interesting thing to think of. Obviously, having a law where you can't leave your prefecture is more effective than trying to bribe people. But yes, it's food for thought. This, the benefits of authoritarianism. Anyway, that's it from me this week. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Martin. And Shunta, do you have any news for us?
Thank you, Oksana. The Blockchain Expo scheduled for October 25th to 27th at Makari is making progress with its speaker schedule, and we expect it to announce it soon. In addition to VTuber player videos, there will be exciting perks for attendees. Furthermore, we have planned to release the latest teaser videos. At the Fortnite demo play booth, you can expect a highly exciting experience. Within the expo, There will be various interesting booths, and we believe it will be a great opportunity for learning. And we look forward to welcoming all of you at the event. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Shunta. And Dominique, could you please?
Yep. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Oksana. Next week, Blockchain Expo looks very exciting. Many events, and Mr. Tokugawa also just having a speech just about Edoverse. Yeah, interesting. And also the other more sort of exciting people just to talk about the tokenomics and the Edoverse at the 3D space and many things that just the various speech that we have another sort of artist called Jaders, actually an American 3D creators actually just having a speech too as well. And also we have so demos actually. The demos is so exciting because this is the second version of the game for the Fortnite as a third party, just by Edoverse. And that is very confidential. I cannot just tell you that contents of the games, but the game itself is really, really exciting, and you can just enjoy it. And also we are now working very hard, just finalizing the Edoverse, the real Edoverse space, connecting with tokenomics. And also we have a lot of discussion about just compliance and legal things that are on a global basis. It's really hard just to solve everything just on a crypto business. So we one by one that actually try to just solve them as the various legal problems, various legal issues. But at least we have a 3D space, and also that you can just the play a game just as an avatar, and just using the avatar, and also you can just utilize token as well as Zenny, and maybe I think in the Coban in the future. So we have to find out how to just utilize, how to find a way just to utilize the Zennies and game points and also Cobans. This is a big issue then among the team at the moment. And then we cannot just get the real solution yet, but you will see that the Zenny sort of very exciting movement in the future, and also the Zenny have a very sort of great setup because this is a very the global platform that we have a lot of it's a great program just for the market caps, and then we see and then another 2.5 months. But we have to do that. We have to just finalizing all the things just combined together, and then you can play the game at the end of the year. So and also during the time that Shunta just mentioned that the VTubers are really coming. That's so very cute and very handsome VTuber. They actually started just to promote Edoverse, and that you can just enjoy. But for a while, those VTubers, the very Japanese language only. So we had to just do something more. I think, if the people think that those VTubers really exciting, and then the VTuber stuff that we can see some characteristic movement just in the movie, probably in Expo. And then you will see that in the YouTube in the future. So and many things, and also I think we are now started work on global promotion. This is going to be the most important things for us because we have already 3D space, and then we have a tokenomics, and then we have a games. So all we have, but and only just more important things that is how many people just know the Edoverse in the future. So at the first of season, that what we have to do is that we want to just make a really global promotion, and then to let people know about the Edoverse, and then get in just as avatar that play the game, and then if you can just get a point, and then if you can just play with the zennies, and also if the people just hold the land NFTs and also katana NFTs and the many NFTs stuff that in huge, including ukiyo-e paintings, people get really exciting, and people can just enjoy it actually in the Edoverse. So I hope that actually you can just enjoy Edoverse and after 2024, and also we have a lot of the future project, because this is just at the end of the year, there's only just a launch of Edoverse. So you can see the very simple games, but after this, we have many projects. Of course, the fast games is Kisoyuma also be evolved and also expanded in the future, that for the horse racing. And also we have a digital twin project that we are doing, that amusement park with the Kitodenshi. That's also, I think, it's very, very exciting in the future, that you can enjoy something very special games just in the Edoverse, like a jugglers and and also the landholders, you can just get a lot of staking income, because the land will be utilized, and then the utilized land will just making just piling up some sort of the staking zenny, and then so zenny market, once that zenny market cap went up, actually it will be very, very valuable, and then everybody will be very happy just for this. So today that otherwise we have many global promotional the plan in Europe, and also America. Also, I think that we have a second team. We have the promotion in the States and the East Coast, but we need to just have some venue in the West Coast, and also we need a Canada. Yeah, we have a Canada, and also, but we need a plan to do. And then Asian region, which is most, I think, exciting place that actually we can just make it. So we do that in Japan too, of course, but at the same time that we do that in South Asia and also Hong Kong and Taiwan. Yeah. So for another 2.5 months, we're gonna make a good global campaign just to do it. Please just wait for that, and then another 2.5 months later, another 2.5 months. So you can see the real Edoverse. So we will, now passing on to the Mr. Tokugawa's. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, and thank you very much, Dominic. And Tokugawa-san will close up the session for today.
Oh, yes. So, right. Yes, some kind of internet interference. I don't know if our communication is being bugged. But anyway, so for the next couple of sessions, I would like to talk about roads and travel in Tokugawa, Japan. And this is very important, as two of the great literary works of Tokugawa, Japan. One is the very famous Oku no Hosomichi. And then there is the comic Tokai Dochu Hizakurige. These are both about, both are like road movies or travelogues. So this is very important. But where we should start is that we have to come back to the fact that when Tokugawa Ieyasu decided to open his shogunate in Edo, that was already a very bold move. You see, it's like the American founders deciding to set the capital in Chicago of today to keep distance from the old world, the Europeans. So, and until then, most of Japanese history happened, and certainly Japanese politics, business, and culture happened in the area, inside Kyoto and the area close to it. You see, Osaka came into being only under Toyotomi Hideyoshi, so that's like, 30 years before Tokugawa Japan started? It was mostly in and around Kyoto, and also the main artery, which would be the Seto Naikai, the inland sea of Japan. So what Tokugawa had to do was, well, his vision for making perpetual peace possible in Japan was to make Edo a major city, the biggest city, in fact, in Japan. But for that, people had to come from somewhere. So what he did was to build roads first. And namely, there are the 5 highways, or Gokaido, and most important of which was the one that would connect Edo and Kyoto alongside the Pacific coast. This is Tokaido. And so nowadays it's the where the Shinkansen that connects Tokyo and Nagoya, and then to Osaka and so on, run through. And this was, you see, it would go through the territory that belonged originally to the Tokugawa as well. So this was the main road. And then came Koshu Kaido, which would first go to Yamanashi, and then Nakasendo. This is the one that would go through Utsunomiya in the north of Edo to Lake Suwa. And Nakasendo would join Tokaido somewhat towards the west, and in around Shigaken today, near the Lake Biwa. And then Koshu Kaido would join Nakasendo somewhere around Lake Suwa. And then there is the road to Nikko. And then there's the Oshu Kaido, which is supposed to bring you to northeastern Japan, but it ends at Shirakawa in present-day Fukushima Prefecture. So it's like it ends at the entrance to the northeast. And the Nikko Kaido and Oshu Kaido, or the northeastern highway, are practically the same thing. You see. And now, but the roads themselves were built quite carefully, as well. The width was determined at like 6 ken, so that is what 6 times 3, 18 feet wide. And then there would be a stop in town every 10 miles or so. And so the road connecting Tokyo, Edo, and Kyoto would have 53 stops. And also along the road, fast-growing trees would be planted, so that this would provide shelter from rain, and also in the winter, shelter from snow, and in the summer, shade. And some of the plants were chosen so that they would bear fruits and nuts, so that a really starving traveler could eat the fruits when hungry. So, but most of the bulk goods like rice or cotton were carried by ship running along the coast. So these roads were mostly for the movement of people. And and each in town were given some privileges, like the rice fields to feed the population of the in-town would not be taxed. But at the same time, they were tasked with the maintenance of the road, and also to keep workers to lift baggage and horses for rapid communication of the shogunate. So that maintenance of these, so workers and horses, fell upon these in-towns as well. So they were really happy. So and one of the great modern works of Japanese literature is Yoake Mai, or Before the Dawn. And this is about the father of the author, Shimazaki Toson, who was one innkeeper along the Nakasendo, I think. But he was pretty much anti-Tokugawa towards the end. And it's understandable, as these in-towns being the pillar of community as such, but at the same time, always having to shoulder a very heavy burden of maintaining their town. Okay, so, and then who walked along those roads, I would like to discuss next week. Okay, so that will be all for this week. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tokugawa-san, and thank you everybody for speaking, and everybody who were listening to us. So we will meet next week. Goodbye.